Lane. Welcome back, friends, for the final run of today's premiere episode of Express Lane. Before we get to that, I just want to mention, if you're watching on YouTube, first off, hi everybody, but make sure you press that like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, you're going to want to go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content, which this happened to be before it got to YouTube, so why not watch both? I mean, sounds like a good plan, right? Anywho, we have our final run of the night, and it is going to be Silent Hill 3 UFO ending by Abby's Corner. So, Abby, take it away. I'm so hyped for this right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Abby. I do a lot of horror games, including this one, which you may have seen back in February, as well as last month. I do this game a lot, especially for GDQ in general. We're doing the UFO ending. I've not done this ending. You may have seen the ending itself back as an incentive for Frost Fatales, and now I'm going to show you how you get this ending. So in 3, 2, 1, let us begin the run. So one thing that we don't deal with here is the closer. The closer is not a thing. We just wake up from the nightmare. Also, chat and Oscar, I'm going to need your assistance because we need to count things. Because in order to get this ending, we must kill 31 enemies with laser eye beams.
Oh, geez.
So that is a prerequisite that we need.
I'm lucky if I can count up to 2. All right, I can do this. Chat, you willing to help out? I know you will.
Indeed. So, again, we skip sort of the first, minute or so, because again, depending how the closer wants to play in the beginning of the nightmare, it takes about a minute, give or take, but we just skip that. However, we'll be around the same time because we have to actually kill enemies instead of running by them. And of course, the game really likes that the pistol is equipped. We cannot kill enemies any other way. If you kill an enemy via shooting, kicking, what have you, it doesn't count towards the total. It must be laser eyes. Also, everybody, it's bread. Isn't that nice?
That is some
mystical bread.
That is some high quality bread right there. Not gonna lie.
Indeed. And of course, these raptors are going to multiply, and it depends if we get to kill all 3 of them or not. Usually I get 2, but a lot of the times it's like, can I please have 3? And the game's like, no. So before we hit the tongs to grab the key, we're going to unequip the gun and do the thing. And there we go. We now have the ability to shoot lasers from our eyes, because you can only shoot lasers from your eyes if the gun is unequipped and you have nothing. So that was 2. We have 29 to go. Typically, when it comes to getting your kills, you want to kill pairs. You don't want to kill every solo enemy, otherwise it kind of takes a while. So we're going to try to find pairs and, laser them to death, because we have that power. To get that power, by the way, you must kill 3984. You must kill 333 enemies throughout your playthroughs.
But how many playthroughs is that?
Well, it depends. I can do it in 2, but that's because I'm killing every single enemy.
That makes sense.
That I can find, and usually playing on normal because each difficulty gives you more enemies. But you can overkill the amount in 2 playthroughs on normal, but you do have to kill everything you see. Which takes about 5 hours, give or take.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, we can have beginner mode on for that, so they die a little bit faster. And that is 2 more, so that's 4. We let this guy live because he's all in his lonesome and he's just eating meat. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then we have the 2 sandwich makers, which we don't have to worry about because we're going to end them now.
I like how they just kind of accept their fate.
And of course that one doesn't die. So that's 6. Again, there's no way to really tell that they're dead unless you know the sound cues, which sometimes you can hear and sometimes you can't. And then you might see them squirm later, and then you're like, oh no. So here we go. Actually, I should have gone for the key first. Actually, it's not really a key, it's a clothes hanger, because we're going to use that to pull a ladder down. Because for some reason I get good distance here. Also, another thing that you can do is you kind of want the camera behind Heather, because apparently it makes the lasers easier. So that's 8. Who do we appreciate? Of course I was going to make that pun.
Of course. Do those lasers... Sorry.
So now that we're at 8, we're about a fourth of the way through, which is nice. And then, of course, we go and get the ladder down and climb. Again, I don't do the most optimal strat here because a lot of runners will do what's called Princess Heart Skip. It's where you go out of bounds. I can do it, but I get lost and I'll just be stuck in the void for hours and it'll be like, oh, and I don't think we have time for me to be stuck in voids for hours. I could be wrong about that, but
it would make
it's best not to get stuck.
Yeah, it would make the estimate of an hour or less a little bit spicier.
Yes. So we're getting some extra kills in the mall instead, because usually after you get those 8, you're usually doing Princess Heart Skip and getting out of the mall, and then finding kills elsewhere, where we'll be ending with 14 kills instead. There we go. We're going to be coming up on 2 raptors in a room, and then we're going to come upon 2 bees in a raptor to make 13, and then we're going to fight Splitworm for number 14.
Now, would you say UFO is your favorite not standard ending, or is there a different one that's your favorite?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So there's UFO ending here. Also, that was 10.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's UFO ending in Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which features James from Silent Hill 2 forgetting what day he's supposed to go to his couples therapy appointment, while Cheryl, the character we're playing here, spoilers, her name is actually Cheryl, and for some reason, Cheryl turns into Mira at the end, and Kaufman turns into an alien. So that one's pretty great for that reason. But this one has the song, so it's kind of like, But also Silent Hill 2 Dog Ending has Mira being the mastermind behind the whole events. So it's like, so many good choices.
Right.
And then you have to decide whether you want to hear a song with a dog barking constantly, a song about Silent Hill itself, or if you want James hiding behind a chair. So it's kind of like, Oh, wait, why did I go back in there? I already grabbed the key. Whoops. All right, so we're at 13.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know when all the devs were sitting at a table and one of them just said, all right, I have an idea. Dog ending. Or just...
Okay, so do you want to know a fun fact about the dog ending?
Absolutely.
So, for those who have seen the dog ending, you may notice that James all of a sudden starts speaking Japanese, and that is because the voice actor for James thought it was the legit ending and refused to do it. He didn't understand that there were going to be multiple endings. So that's why James is in Japanese, because the voice actor didn't want to do it.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
We go. And Splitworm is dead.
That is 14.
Hooray. So we are slowly getting there. We're almost halfway there. But because we've killed 14 enemies here, we usually don't kill anything in the subway because we need to find pairs, and a lot of the times we can't get guaranteed pairs. And also there's the chance of being hit by a train, which is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Also, there's a movie reference inside the subway. See if you can find it. Also, Minmo, everybody. Growing healthy and strong.
Oh, jeez.
And again, I am playing on 2D controls. A lot of actually almost every runner except for one other runner runs on 3D controls, but unfortunately they gave me a bit of vertigo and I was like, no, I really don't want that. So I switched to 2D controls. The other runner runs 2D controls, though he doesn't play this game very often because he's the world record holder of Silent Hill 2, which does use 2D controls, and he doesn't want to screw that up. So that's the only reason that he plays in 2D controls.
That's fair. Do the 2D and 3D controls go, or are they against each other on the leaderboard, or are they separate boards?
No, it's all just one board. Although the consoles have been split because back in December, my apologies, someone discovered that every time you hit the supply button, it pauses the timer by a single frame per press. So you could basically decrease your time just by either getting a turbo controller or having a macro pressing that button every time. And so that created a bunch of shenanigans, and then we don't time the game by IGT anymore. It's now timed by an LRTA, which basically functions the same as the IGT minus the fact that the supply button glitch doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It caused quite a commotion at the time. By the way, there's the movie reference.
I missed it. Chat, I hope you saw it.
And then we're going to talk to this door, which summons dogs and a train. Fun fact, on 2D controls, depending where the dogs are and if you're auto-aiming, you can actually glitch through the platform. It has no benefit.
Wait, was that
Absolutely.
Lion King?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw Pumbaa. Never mind.
And then we're counting the garbage cans. Oh, nice. The dog hit us. Sometimes the dog can hit us up the stairs, and it's hilarious because it just pushes us into the next screen. The reason we counted the garbage cans is because on 2D controls, you kind of don't want to move the camera because it affects how Heather moves at the time. So after you get past the third garbage can, you have nothing blocking your path. There's no possibility of running into benches or another pillar or any of the other garbage cans. So you can just go right up the stairs. And of course, if one of these hits us, depending how they hit us, it's either 0.7 seconds of time loss or 4 seconds of time loss. But they were nice and didn't hit us. Also, the introduction of giant raptors. They don't stay very long.
Jeez.
You also don't want to kill the raptors in the train because unfortunately they have a very wide hitbox when lying on the ground, so it can be a little difficult to pass them. So it's like, oh dear. But now is where we get the most kills because most enemies are in pairs, which is simply fantastic. Now there is a third ending in this game that very few people are aware of, and that's because it's very difficult to get to the point where there's no speedrun board for it at all. It's called the Possessed ending. What you need to do for Possessed ending is you need 4,000 points by the end of the game. Kills count for 10. Also, that gives us 16. Getting hit counts for a single point, and you have to forgive the ghost in the church, which is 1,000 points, and something damage, I think, is related as well. But it's just basically at the end, instead of joking around with Douglas that everything is fine, you actually kill him instead. That's the only difference. And now we're about to hit 20. There we go. We have hit 20. Also, chat / Oscar, does anybody want to see a magical girl transformation by chance?
Always. It just looks so out of place in here, and I love it.
Okay. Well then, if that's the case, then allow me to indulge.
The first time I saw this, I lost my mind. Yep, check it. Your IAS ready?
Sexy beam shupatsu. There we go.
Fantastic.
So we're currently at 20 kills.
beam
We have 11 left. Provided my math is correct and I've actually killed what I've needed to. So the thing about we're currently at 20 kills, which is what Heather we have 11 left. Provided my math is correct and I've actually killed what I've needed. Slower, but there's more of the beam. So that is a thing. So now we're at 22, which is most excellent.
And you say you have to kill exactly 31 or at least 31?
No, you can kill over 31. It just has to be 31 or higher.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, if it had to be 31 exact, oh boy.
No.
Oh boy. That would be oh boy. That's all I'm going to say. Now, fun fact, there is another game that has a you need to kill X enemies to get ending, and that's Origins with bad ending. For bad ending, you need to kill 100 enemies, and there's no indication that you have killed 100 enemies. You need to keep track of it yourself.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No, thank you.
To do the UFO ending for Silent Hill Shattered Memories, you have to call a phone number after going to the diner and then take a photograph of 13 UFOs scattered throughout the game. And there are exactly 13 UFOs, so you need to find them all and make sure that you take pictures of them.
Knowing me, I'd miss like the first one somehow because that's the kind of logic I have.
Oh, no. And then UFO ending in 2, which I feel is the weakest UFO ending because it's like an old-timey Silent Hill, like a silent film type thing. Mm-hmm. And you have to use a jewel in 3 certain spots, I think is how it goes. I think. I don't recall. And then I totally don't remember how to do Homecoming's UFO ending. And I've never played Downpour. And to do Origins UFO ending, you have to play the game as normal, pick up an extra key, and then unlock the correct hotel room. And that's it. Origins UFO ending actually is probably the easiest, most comfy, most beginner-friendly Silent Hill speedrun there is, in my opinion. Because literally there's no extra thing. It's just go fast and pick up key.
Oh, yeah, that would do it. I remember playing through the very first Silent Hill and beating the game the first time. I'm like, why are you giving me this item? And I looked it up, I'm like, oh. Oh, okay. Oh.
Go.
26?
It might be 28. But I always overkill anyway because there's 6 more enemies that I have to kill to not technically lose time. Or at least because there's Murder Hallway, you see, which is 3 slurpers in a row. But you can kill 2 of them, and then Murder Hallway, quote unquote, becomes very, very pleasant and easy. There's also 2 more raptors left in the run, and then there's the 2 slurpers in the final hallway before we read the magic words to get rid of the monster in the front of Hilltop. Also, welcome to Hilltop. The great thing about UFO ending is that it cuts the game in half because we never go to Silent Hill. That's right. We don't go to Silent Hill in UFO ending.
Well, I mean, given the spoilers, the ending to the UFO ending, I can see why.
This is true.
Yeah, the first time I did this one, I just started laughing. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there we go.
There we go. Now, I don't know how plausible this is, but she's just, putting a mattress down a hole so that she has cushion. I don't know how much cushion this would provide, given the fact that it just fell down a giant hole and you're jumping in that hole again. So, but what do I know? I don't know anything about physics.
It's okay, most games don't either. Real talk.
True. We go into the studio, grab the rope. Fun fact, if you play this with normal riddles, there's actually puzzles that you need to solve instead of just going into a room and being done. The higher the riddle difficulty, the more puzzles there actually are. It's kind of interesting that they did it like that, because normally when you just up the difficulty, it's either, boss has more health or something like that, whereas this actually changes certain strategies and whatnot. There's the last 2 raptors. There we go. And of course, we don't pick up the health drinks because we're not going to be running through Silent Hill. Of course, on extra new game, you would only need to pick up 3 health drinks because all you're doing is using that to recharge your stamina when running through Silent Hill, because all the bosses die ridiculously easy, and one of them goes flying for no reason at all.
Finely crafted video games, they've got a nice charm to them.
Indeed. And of course, we never know where Heather is tying this. She's just tying the rope to something so that she can climb down, but we don't know what it is. Because it's not the jack, because we saw it go over the jack.
Right.
And it's just like, all right. And then, of course, the clean bathtub that sends us to hell. Because of course it does. It's Silent Hill.
Yeah, you don't trust bathtubs like that.
Also, why is there a bathtub in an office building? Your guess is as good as mine. We go through the door again. Oh, wait, I needed to grab the thing that I actually need for a puzzle. Let's not grab things that we need, because that would be bad. I was like, I don't need to grab anything there. I don't need health drinks. Oh, yeah, there's the thing I need. Oops.
I've done that. Go to a room, realize, why can't I unlock the... Well, there's 5 minutes of my run.
Oh, no.
It's meat.
Yes. It's pork liver, to be exact.
To go with that really nice looking bread we saw earlier. I'm here for it.
We're about to do some arson because, we need to unlock a door. Again, welcome to Silent Hill.
Everything is fine and normal.
Indeed. Oh, no. So, we're almost done with the run because literally after we get out of the apartments and go home, it's like, huzzah. There we go. I think the only category that goes over an hour in this game actually is, and I mean on average, as I forgot to kill these two, is extreme 10. I don't think any other run goes over an hour. It's been very optimized. Ow!
Oh, that's rude.
Sir, that was not kind. That was very not kind. And there's the last one. And then the reason Heather actually goes and spends this coin in the vending machine is because she actually wants a drink. But unfortunately, this is Silent Hill, where, no, you don't get a drink. You get a key instead.
Perfectly logical vending machine vend thing.
Yes. A perfectly normal vending machine.
Yeah. Now, what's your count? Because I might have missed one because I'm at 30 exactly.
I am at 30 exactly as well. Because these two would make 32.
Hey!
Provided I hit both of them. Sometimes, no, I didn't even hit both of them. All right. Because I also think, and this may not be true, but I think there's a shorter range with Princess Heart as well.
Okay.
Because I think generally if you're doing glitchless, we never actually transform into Princess Heart. So that's a thing.
No, that makes
Also,
sense.
if I fail this and I didn't actually get all the kills, I do have a save. Just so chat doesn't get disappointed. I have a save directly at the end with the ending intact.
Sweet.
But I think we're good.
The suspense.
And we go inside. And this is time. Yay,
Hey!
Listen, something
Love
crazy
this
is
so
going
much.
on.
Also, if anybody's wondering why James is here, the first 3 Silent Hill ending or UFO endings have a chronological story. Because in Silent Hill 2's UFO ending, Harry and the aliens kidnap James.
I love this so much.
Oh, Dad, you're the coolest.
You're the coolest.
And then they show up and just blow up Silent Hill. Because of course they
Of
do.
course they do.
Now, a fun little fact, because I'm playing in Japanese, the English translation doesn't show up, but in the beginning, they're asking you, aren't you tired of UFO endings?
Never.
Exactly. So there would be English translation on the top, then there's kanji and romanji on the bottom. But because I'm playing in Japanese, we only get the kanji and romanji under it.
Oh, I love this.
Who doesn't love this?
People that aren't fun, which is not anyone in this chat, because everyone in this chat is fun and amazing.
Ah,
It's like, this is another situation where I would have loved to have been in the recording booth for this. Just even said in our newest world record holder, JPEG, in chat, banger credit song, I cry every time.
yes. Everybody get your jam emotes out. Jam emotes out
Yes.
in chat. Do it up.
So I was mentioning to Abby's before we did this run, I was hoping that she'd be okay with closing out today's show, because what a perfect way to end the first episode of Express Lane than with this song right here. Yeah.
I tried to put as many jam emotes as I
Yes.
could, and of course, as you over-click, it'll do other emotes, and you're like, oops.
100%. Oh, we got chat dancing now. It is a
Excellent.
dance party.
So for anybody who's confused what's going on with the lyrics, they're singing about each character in the game, is what's happening.
Is it getting like more and more nonsensical, or just
I
whatever?
mean, eventually they get progressively drunk.
that too.
So that is also a thing.
Oh my goodness. We have a person in chat being able to understand a bit of Japanese makes this infinitely funnier.
Oh, you should have been around on Saturday when I did a run of this, and I had Zokubun on commentary, and she sang the whole thing.
It's like my Japanese is so rusty, so it's like a couple lines here and there I can understand. But I agree with chat. Yeah, it does make this a lot funnier, especially when I can only catch a few things here and there. It's like, context, please.
I know for Heather's line, it talks about how she's a mother. Also, if you notice, Heather is voiced by Heather Morris.
Oh, that's right. Love that.
So here's the drunker part.
Yes. Like Silent Hill song, everyone's saying, everybody, let's sing together, I think it says.
Yes. Yes, it does. Heather. I can't do the fast parts.
No.
I'm sorry, chat. I only know 2 people that can do the fast part, and I doubt either of them are here in this chat right now.
Oh man. Again, just them sitting at the table. It's like, all right, now that we've done this ending, I've got an idea for a song. Hear me out. Yeah.
And then just the ending. Just because.
Just why not? Oh,
But that was
heck.
Silent Hill 3 UFO ending.
I love that so much. Oh, and on that note, Hebbies, where can they find you on Twitch and the rest of the worldwide internets?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. I have a podcast called Speedrunners and Coffee where I interview all your favorite speedrunners about their speedrun origins, which can be found on YouTube, Spotify, and a bunch of other places. The Twitter for that is Speedrun and Coffee, because Speedrunners and Coffee was too long for Twitter, apparently. You can find me on Twitter at Abby_Brander. You can find me on co-host at Abby's Corner. You can find my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Abby's Corner. It's where I put all my event runs up. I also have really bad film commentaries on there. And I also have an archive channel, Abby's Corner Archive on YouTube, where I post every one of my speed runs. I will be running Ill Bleed at Flame Fatales. I actually just got all the world records on the weekend.
I saw you posting them. GG's.
And I will be doing a three-way race coming up soon for my Twitch team between Schmumbler, who you would have seen last week, running Rows of Meat, and Exterior Emma, as we do every category back to back to back of Silent Hill Shattered Memories. That'll be on August 5th at 12 p.m. Eastern on Clock Tower TV. So yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, Abby's, thank you so much for being on here and closing out this first fantastic episode of Express Lane.